I really
Oh,
have
you mean share now? Okay.
And we'll just bring the music back, and I'll just start from the intro. Okay. Welcome to the Talk Sip. I'm your host, Alisa Bowens-Mercado, each and every Thursday. I sit here and I love the Elm City. We talk arts, music, culture, music, and so much more. Today, I'm so excited. I have the folks over from Connecticut Young Professionals.
Hi.
Hi. I have Isan and Natasha here in studio with me, and they're here for an entire hour because they have an entire hour to tell our listeners and our viewers exactly what's going to be going on. Not only today, you've got a huge event today, but for the rest of the month, and then some maybe like things you want to tell us about 2019 that are maybe hot off the press. So, folks, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. Sit back, relax as we serve you up a tasty mix of talk radio. You are listening to the Talk Sip. All right. Well, happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me, you two.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you guys. Isan, you are the president and co-founder of Connecticut Young Professionals. And boy, what a great job you have done throughout the years. So we're excited to have you back. Well, I've done a lot of events with your group, so it's kind of like I'm like family.
Well, you are a young professional member for sure.
Also, boy, are they fun? So I know you guys are gearing up for a great afternoon and evening tonight. But can you please tell us about like how you started and how this all, came together?
Well, again, thank you so much for having us. We're so excited and thrilled to be here. CTYP is about 5 years old now, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I still remember the first day. About 2014, I met a gentleman by the name of Ferris, and I'm sure your listeners probably heard this.
Ferris.
Shout out to Ferris.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Ferris, I hope you're watching us on
yes.
Facebook.
What's up, Ferris?
We miss you, and we can't wait to have you back.
Yes.
So about 5 years ago, I met Ferris at one of our local events, and he was just walking by, and I said hello, and he said hello. We got to know each other, and he said I just moved from New Jersey at the time. He moved to Connecticut. And he was looking to connect with young professionals in the state of Connecticut. And then we actually arranged for a meeting about a week later, and we went for breakfast. And then we talked about, I explained to him Connecticut, how long I've lived here, how things work, and how long I've lived here. And interestingly enough, we were talking about kind of like the need of a larger scale organization that really kind of works as a conduit for all the young professional organizations throughout the state.
Right.
And we basically had this idea from a neighboring state. I'm not going to mention the name, but from a neighboring state that they have like a statewide organization.
Right.
So we kind of like really adopted the concept. And when we talked about the idea of implementing that concept in the state of Connecticut, we really found the need. And it was very important to us, for us actually, to really kind of follow through with that. And what we spent literally like 6 months to a year trying to plan it. It was
together.
An exhausting, lengthy process. And we were founded in 2014, March of 2014. 5 years later, we're now the largest, or at least one of the largest young professionals in the state of Connecticut.
Wow.
We have about 2,000 members. And
that's impressive because there are a lot of young professionals in the state. But your events just kind of they pop up all the time, and I know that's where you come in, the marketing guru that you are.
I agree.
And so, but it's good because getting young professionals together is probably one of those things. It's not hard, but you're focused, you're professional, it's young professionals. You're branching out into different, areas in business or in social circles. And so getting folks together on that same page, takes, some time. So kudos. So, you like I said, you've, grown the organization to 2,000 members, and it's great because a lot of your events are so diverse. So you offer a ton of different, events for your young professionals.
Right.
So
you're absolutely correct. And I also want to really emphasize something that's very important. We're really growing because of our members. And
shout out to the members.
Shout out to the members. Really,
that's right.
Absolutely. I think that it was very important to us to really be the voice of young professionals for this, in the state of Connecticut. And a lot of our ideas actually came from our attendees.
Yeah.
Like people that show up for the first time and they're like, well, I have this idea, and we were like, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, like what do you get? Yeah, and because at the end of the day, it's like you're driving a portion of the economy.
Oh, absolutely.
So that all kind of ties in, and so that's what Natasha. We're going to bring you in, and like I said, the marketing strategist for Connecticut's Young for CTYP. Tell me how you got involved in the organization.
So interesting. So I work for Yale University Properties, and we put together this ribbon cutting ceremony for Moonrock's Gourmet Cookies.
We love them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They have been on the show. They're friends of the show. So yes,
Moonrocks. Great. Yeah, I love Marnie. She's great, and her mother.
Oh yeah, Mama Moonrocks.
Yes, Mama Moonrocks.
Shout out to Marnie.
Yes, shout out to Marnie. We love you. So we were there, and we were doing the whole ceremony thing, and I remember meeting Hassan, and we somehow we connected, and we met at Starbucks, and we got to know each other a little bit more, and he was like, you need to come on CTYP, and I still wasn't really familiar with it. One thing, when you work full time, it's like you're so into the job and what you do and what your job role is, and it was so nice to be able to branch off into and learn more about these groups that serve young professionals, something that I didn't really know.
It's a whole different world.
It is.
And once you get a little bit, because I don't think you had an idea of what was going to happen after you had that meeting at Starbucks.
Oh yeah, and
you were this. It opens you up to a completely different world of folks and people and opportunities.
I 100% agree, because when I first approached Isan, I wanted to plan an event for Connecticut young professionals, and I didn't think I would be as involved as I am now when I first met him.
See?
And then he invited me to their first meeting. We meet every month, and I love it. It's nice because we get to meet a lot of people. We have a great team that everyone has our individual duties, so we work together. It's like a little family.
Oh, absolutely.
That we have.
The networking must be tremendous.
Absolutely, and I think.
Yeah.
And one thing that I wanted to add about Natasha today is that what's very interesting about her is that she brings a lot of energy to the group.
Oh, I could tell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She does, and it does really complement what we have. So we have we have all different qualities, but she brings that energy, and I think shout out to my board. Actually, they're doing a tremendous job.
Yeah,
and I reached out to every single one of them, and I wish they were all here, but I'm not going to single any one of them. But I'm telling you guys,
you've got a great board.
Thank you so much for keeping the mission going, and for the support and everything, and I'm sure all of our members really appreciate.
Oh, absolutely.
What's behind the scene, the
behind the scenes. But what we're going to do is, because we really support young professionals, we support your organization. So starting in 2019, we're going to have organizations like yourselves come on once a month. So, you could rotate board members out, that are not camera and radio shy, and you guys can come back and visit and literally and let us know what you're doing monthly, because this is important, because this show is about it's about networking. It's about getting, folks together, getting people in New Haven, diversity driven through, like I said, economics, and through just getting out there and just meeting new people and seeing what they have to offer. So, that's our new, here at the Talk Sip, a new initiative for 2019. So we will be seeing you guys a lot. So tell us today.
Dun, 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 dun.
I need to buy me a sweater first. I don't have one yet.
I know. You know
what?
What?
Go to the Yale bookstore.
Okay.
Right. Or so if you have if you're listening and you sell ugly sweaters, the Yale bookstore, absolutely they have it. Give us a buzz now, or go on our Facebook Live feed, because we are Facebook Living. But call us 203-872-7356 or 203-684-8907. And yeah, tell us if you're, or who's making their sweaters. Some people might be making their sweaters. And let us know, how does that start? You just get a sweater and like you just hang stuff, or...
So I actually made my sweater last night.
Oh, you did?
Oh my gosh. I was like, it was me and my best friend. She'll be there tonight too. So it's for our ugly sweater bar crawl.
Yes. So tell us about that event today, hosted by CTYP.
Yes. Yeah. So we wanted to come up with an event that was fun for the holiday season, to get people out. It's cold. There's not much you can do in the cold. I mean, there is, but we wanted to create like some, holiday spirit. So we came up with the ugly sweater bar crawl. That is today.
That's
Unfortunately,
right.
it is sold out. We had 100 spots, and then we
Wow.
actually had to keep extending the number of spots,
spots.
and now we are up to, I think, 130. So we're kind of like a little
Whoa.
maxed out.
Yeah.
But
hey, that's a good problem to have, because you're going to have 130
definitely.
people
Yes.
wandering around downtown New Haven with these beautifully ugly sweaters on,
Yes.
Yes.
networking. And so now where does this start?
So this
The bar
starts
crawl.
at Harvest Wine Bar and Restaurant on
Okay.
Chapel Street. Have you been there?
I love Harvest.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah, Harvest is great. Shout out to, like I said, great restaurant in downtown New Haven. So you guys, that's like kind of like the meeting spot.
So yeah, that's the meeting spot. That's where people come and register, and then we'll have 2 other restaurants that will be visiting on our bar crawl, which will be Pacifico,
Right. Yes.
on College Street, and then Jack's Bar and Steak.
Yes. Shout out to Jax. They're great. Amazing. What they've done in just 1 year is just impressive. So, okay. So folks come in, and like I said, they're sold out. So that's what I'm saying. Your organization and your events are very popular.
Yeah.
So when you see them posted, people should really probably get tickets. Like, you can't wait last minute when you're dealing with the crew over here at CTYP. That's not going to happen. So Harvest, what time is
So it's at
registration?
5:30.
Awesome.
And we'll be there. We'll be giving out wristbands. We'll be giving out drink tickets as well. Harvest has been very great. They'll be doing appetizers, free appetizers for everyone, for basically free food. And then Pacifico and Jack's, they'll be offering 1 free drink to our members.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
Very good.
So I think Pacifico's doing sangria, and I forgot what Jack's doing.
Is
but-
doing. Well, you know what, you gotta go in and get that stomach coated like at Harvest.
Yeah, so that's like, that's like you go in, you get some food in your system, and then you make your way over to the,
to get
to
right.
the drinks. Yeah.
And then I heard you have prizes for like the best,
Yes.
ugliest
The best
sweater.
ugly sweater.
The best ugliest sweater. The nicest ugliest sweater.
Ugliest sweater.
Yeah, so that's first place, and then we have 3 other prizes donated by the Shops at Yale. They're a raffle sponsor. So
And
we
Shops
have
at Yale, yeah.
yes.
They're great. So people, so it's incentive. So you can network, you can market, wear an ugly sweater, and just
Yeah.
kind of crawl, kind of bar crawl. Now, is this your first ugly sweater themed event that
Yes.
you've planned?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I'm going to tell you, I got an inbox the other morning. They're like, are you and John, my husband, are you guys doing the ugly, sweater, bar crawl? I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I wish I could. I'm like, but somebody's got to teach. But I was great because the buzz was out there. So people are really excited. So I said, well, I know I might be able to make it at the tail end and meet, some folks out. But I was telling people, make sure that they go to this event.
Oh, that's
And that's going to be fun.
awesome.
Folks, we're going to take a quick break. All right. And we'll be right back. Do not touch that dial. Don't forget, we are streaming Facebook Live. Give us our questions or comments on there. We'll be right back into... And welcome back to the Talk Sip. Don't forget, you're listening to the Talk Sip on WNHHLP 103.5 FM. We broadcast live from downtown New Haven, and we are streaming live on TuneIn Radio and NewHavenIndependent.org. We also are streaming live on Facebook. And speaking of Facebook, we want to just say hi to Alina Nevin. She said,
hi. Love you.
We'll see you
What's
tonight.
up? What's up? She's like CTYP. And again, another shout out to your board, which is doing a fantastic job. Deontay Lee from Pulse, correct?
Yes.
Shout out to you guys. They're also doing great works. I love when organizations get together and really rally around the common denominator and the goal and the mission of young professionals.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing. And let's see, Natasha, Hannah,
me.
that's you. Okay. I was looking for you on Facebook. I'm like, where is she? They kept like bouncing me back off of something. I was
hiding.
like, you're hiding.
hiding.
You're in hiding. Now I know where you are. Okay. All right. So, again, the Ugly Sweater bar crawl today, starting at Harvest and going to Pacifico and Jack's. 5:30 check-in. So prizes, folks. I heard get prizes for like the nicest, ugliest sweater.
Yeah. So the first prize would be the ugliest sweater. It's the
Okay.
person wearing the ugliest sweater.
Please
We'll
take
win.
pictures and post. You have to.
Yes, we will. And
Yep.
they will win a $100 gift card to Gantz. And we have
Very
former
nice.
prizes. We have the most creative sweater, which will the winner will win a $50 gift card to Urban Outfitters.
Mm.
And we had the most festive ugliest sweater. Which is,
Tree branches and a
Yeah.
wreath. Yep.
We'll see how that
which,
goes.
I'm excited for that. To see how creative people get.
Right. Exactly.
And that will be a $30 gift card to J. Crew. And then the funniest, ugliest sweater will be a $10 gift card to Patagonia.
Very nice. All very nice gifts. And like you said, again, Yale shops, the shops at Yale that's great. Great shopping area.
Yep.
Great shopping area. So now, I was reading and we were just discussing that the organization has recently gone tax exempt.
Yes. We're
Yes.
super excited about that.
That's amazing. That really is amazing. So, but that means that means, you're probably in search of folks that want to donate and be a part of this entire mission. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, be our official partners and our sponsors. I'm actually, before I say that, I want to walk you back to one of my favorite events, and you were a big part of this event. And
I love every time I get an invite from you guys. I'm like, this is gonna be fun.
Right.
I just put it on my calendar. Fun.
And I remember we were talking about like different ideas, and I think I remember there was a bar that was just starting in New Haven, Barracuda, and I said,
Yes.
well, and there, the owner was very gracious enough to kind of like donate free sangrias, and I said, well,
Yeah, Sonia.
that's right, Sonia. What rhymes with sangria is salsa.
Right.
So I remember reaching out to you, and we
You
called the
did.
event Salsa and
Sangria.
And that was literally just about 1 year of our inception. And you will not believe the feedback. By the way, that was the most popular event we've
Oh,
had. Literally.
thank you.
Oh,
I am.
I remember him telling me about it, and I was like,
Absolutely.
wow, it was
I am
amazing.
excited. I remember it literally was standing room dance
Yes.
only.
Yes.
There people were just, but I mean, the energy in the room was incredible.
Absolutely.
That was an amazing event. I was happy to be a part of that and happy for the invite. So
And I remember, because I was at the door
Yep.
with Ferris,
Ferris.
And Christine, and shout out to Christine too.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Christine went. She was one of our co-founders as well. We had people coming from New York, coming from Rhode Island, and coming from Massachusetts.
Wow.
And I remember this couple specifically. It really like said a lot about who we are too.
Yeah.
He walked in with his wife, and he said to his wife, "Oh, they all know each other." And I said, "Actually, absolutely not.
Right.
These
right.
people just met here for the first
time. That's
But
incredible.
Thanks to you, the atmosphere was just really toxic, and everybody was just like
They're
talking
like
to one another.
Yeah. The
Everybody
music
just, like,
playing. Sangria. Listen, when you have when you've got salsa music and sangria is flowing, that's like a win-win. And
everything just flows.
And you've got people that are a part of your organization that are completely open-minded.
Absolutely.
I think that's why it completely worked.
Absolutely.
And you're right. You were kind of young. You were a young organization,
That's right.
and that was probably, I checked that off to one of my favorites.
And it became a ritual. We did that one with the second one with the future leaders of Yale, and it was really fantastic. And
oh yeah, no, and I love you. I told you, you call me. I come with I get my dance shoes, and I'm there.
We are planning another one for 2019.
Perfect.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
Listen, I'm in.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm in.
Absolutely.
Dance shoes are always ready.
I think we just need like a bigger venue for this time.
Yeah, because we packed the place that time, so we definitely need something. So you guys always pick the perfect spots.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go over to Te Amo.
That's actually what we were thinking.
Yeah. See, there you go.
So,
we call Sonia, and Sonia's always been so gracious to all of us, so we can do a little bit more salsa and sangria. So thank you for that story. I love to hear that.
That's probably going to be the story. As long as the CTYP is around, and we'll be around forever. But I'm just saying that that's like one of the most successful event we've had. And it was just really tremendous. And people still asking about that. And I really like seeing people come in from different states.
Of course, traveling,
absolutely,
because they want that. People want to go in and network, and they want to meet other folks. And when you're in a safe, fun environment like that, and the energy is like completely flowing. Then that's what it's all about. So that's amazing, and that's why folks should donate, and that's why people should get involved with this, because you guys are doing amazing things.
Yes, I mean the reason why we went tax exempt, because we really wanted to kind of like find partners that are really have the same mission as us.
Right.
We're an institution that its goal is to really ultimately is to retain and attract young professionals in the state of Connecticut.
Right.
And if we kind of like if we do have sponsors, we're looking for partners. We will be able to really focus on the mission itself. Right now, we're all doing it on a volunteer basis.
Yes.
The cost is literally out of the board's pocket. But having sponsors to support the mission, we also have the backing of the state of Connecticut. We had the opportunity to talk about Connecticut young professionals with the economic developer for the state of Connecticut.
That's huge.
Catherine Smith, and she really supports the mission, and it was a really wonderful experience. But we also need the fundings to really kind of like keep the mission
to
going,
drive that,
that mission.
To keep the energy going of what you've all have kind of like built, and like you said, board members, kind of coming out of pocket. Because these events that you put on, they take time, money, and energy. Right. So like if you are listening, please, and we'll be putting up some stuff like to connect you with your website, and how to get in touch with you, like either on Facebook or so emails, so that folks can, if they're interested, which I hope they are, because like I said, it's a great group. I've personally attest to that. Renee Miller said, what's up?
Hi, Renee.
And Pulse from the Curve. So shout out, that's awesome. And we have Magali Gomez watching, and hey Elaine, what's up? We got some of my rhythm folks tuning in. So tell us more about, and you said that we were talking about a symposium, but what's on deck for 2019?
Before we do that, I wanted to mention about Connecticut Young Professional, these events that we put together. Our mission is to bring young professionals together, to network, to, to benefit their career. And one thing also that these events benefit are the restaurant owners or the places that we host these events, because it is creating awareness to these businesses and business as well.
Absolutely.
And I think that's very important too. And we choose locations based on like if we've been there before, if a new place opens up, where can we go next?
Right.
And not just in New Haven, like all around Connecticut.
Yeah, because I mean, I've seen stuff like, I don't know, Stamford, Bridgeport, like, so those areas, which is great. So, your organization, it's not just like New Haven, or Greater New Haven based. You guys are like, you're Connecticut.
No, we're Connecticut.
You're straight up like Connecticut.
We are statewide organizations. We have boards in every single county in Connecticut. We're probably more active in certain counties because of the need of young professionals, and based upon the demographics.
Right.
But we kind of like we are a statewide organization. Yes, most of the board members live around
In
New
the
Haven
area,
County,
yeah.
but we're statewide. We've done events in Stamford, Norwalk, Hartford. We went as far as the Mystic Aquarium.
That's always that's wonderful. Yeah. So you branch out like again. It's not from the area. You're statewide. We have Ferris.
Yeah.
Watching
Is
Ferris,
he?
Ferris,
Hi,
Ferris,
Ferris.
Hi, Ferris. We
Hi,
all
Ferris.
miss you.
We
We've got to
do
get
miss him so
Ferris.
much.
We've got to get Ferris here back to his stomping grounds.
I
Ferris,
have a
we're talking
nickname
about you. We miss you.
I named Ferris the Connecticut, the Texas tornado.
I love it. The Texas tornado. That's right.
He really left a footprint that will never be
Absolutely.
will never go away.
Absolutely.
And I commend him for being a leader in a state that he called his own now.
Right.
So now in Texas he calls people like, I'm from Connecticut. And they've lived here for like 2.5
Ferris,
years.
see what happens. Angel said, Ferris, come back. Bring back Ferris 2019. Yes,
Yeah, that's
exactly.
a hashtag.
We're gonna
Bring
have
Ferris
back. Bring Ferris back. We're gonna make sure Ferris gets back. But Ferris, we really do miss you. And I remember having many conversations with Ferris about different events, involving your organization. It was always just like so smooth and just so kind of like easy breezy.
Yeah.
And it was just like, come on, let's just do this. It's like, all right, pick a date. Let's work this out. But so yeah, bring Ferris back 2019. We're gonna get a hashtag.
And also,
Yes.
also just so you know, he actually started an organization in Texas, in San Antonio. It's called
wow.
SAYP, San Antonio Young Professionals. So shout out to San Antonio Young Professionals. Ferris, you're doing a great job.
Great job, Ferris.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's he's doing a really great job, and I really miss him a lot.
Yeah,
So,
good for you. But you know what the great thing is, he really started, you guys all, co-founded and started it. But what the work that has been done, that, and I'm sure he's very proud of like everyone here in Connecticut. It's just like you are keeping that vision completely, moving. So
absolutely. And he still comes to our board meetings, and he's still involved, and also.
Nice. Via Skype, or he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
via Skype. We have Zoom meetings, and then he makes the phone calls, and he kind of like he's going back to school. Actually, you know what? Actually, he's officially graduated.
Congratulations.
So
Congratulations, Ferris.
I can't wait to see his graduation in March. So
We
Good
will
for
be
you.
posting it on CTYP's Facebook
That's
page
right.
too.
Absolutely.
Follow us on Facebook, and you can join in CTYP at ctyp.org.
Exactly. So no, because if someone wants to join,
yes.
CTYP,
Yep.
Facebook, go on, like the page,
Right.
and then but you have your website that they can find out more information.
Right.
Send you
Yeah.
guys an email.
Right. So we really made it very easy because we're free for new members. We don't charge anybody.
Okay.
So it's
oh
really
wow, that's
Yeah.
great incentive to get in.
absolutely. So you go on our website. It's www.ctyp.org. You just basically create a profile, and you can also like us on Facebook. Yes, you get all the updated events. So we have newsletters going out every month.
Wow.
So we kind of like we made it very, very easy and simple, not only for our members, but also for other institutions that wanted to partner with us.
Partner. Okay.
So, for example, if you are an institution or organization in the state of Connecticut that wants to promote an event or anything,
right.
they can go on our website, actually ctyp.org, and they can go on the community calendar, and they can actually post their events for free.
Oh wow.
And it gets shared with all of our members and sometimes with our partners and affiliates.
That's it. So multi networking.
Absolutely.
And oh, that's great. And someone actually asked, so Connecticut young professionals, like, what do you mean by young?
So I think
they're like, are we gonna go on a commercial break right now? I mean, because I feel 27, but I'm just kind of like, but when you say, Connecticut young professionals, I'm sure that you've got some kind of guide, guidelines.
I think we get asked a lot that same question. But I think we really figured out that these particular demographics between 21 and 40,
Yeah.
it's really underserved.
Yes. Yes.
And we really want to make it something that is meaningful to that age
Group.
range. Absolutely,
Right.
that age group. And 21 and 40 is in my mind, in my opinion, actually, it's really you either have somebody who just graduated college,
Right.
and really kind of like moved back here and doesn't know anybody, and they're just looking
Yeah.
for a place to meet
Absolutely.
everybody.
Yeah.
And you also have people that are here transferred here for jobs, or
Right.
so that's kind of like those demographics really is underserved. And for us to really kind of say, hey, listen, Connecticut is a great state.
Yeah.
You just have to kind
Just
of like
branch out.
branch out exactly.
And meet folks. And this
Exactly.
is a great platform for that. So that's awesome because people, they ask, but you know what? If you're professional, young, innovative, then they won't turn you away at the door. I think I have.
no,
I think I
absolutely
have
not.
an honorary
We wouldn't
membership.
turn anyone away.
No, everybody's on it. We
That's awesome.
we really have members that really stuck with us. At
Yeah.
least the ones that still live here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The core.
Absolutely, the core followers, and then they go with us, everywhere in the state of Connecticut. And really, that's our part of our mission too, is to be the catalyst of economic development throughout the state. Hartford is not that far.
No, it's like that
Norwalk is not that
45-minute,
far.
drive.
Exactly. So
Sometimes
why
it
not?
takes me 45 minutes just from my job to my house, which is only like 10 minutes. But it's really not that far.
It's not. No, you're right.
So we really want to bring, I don't see any issue with having people from Hartford coming to New Haven.
Oh, absolutely.
And, have our pizza.
Right.
And then, people from Stanford,
Our New Haven
Norwalk,
pizza.
Greenwich. Yeah, absolutely.
And vice versa.
Versa.
Vice versa. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Stanford, I heard has a great, kind of their whole like downtown, and it's like the place for like the millennials and folks like the young folks who are pursuing like professional careers. So no, that's great. We have Ricky Allen John. Hello, how are you? He's a great performer. I don't know if you've ever had Ricky. We got to connect you with Ricky. He's amazing, and I know he has a Christmas or holiday album coming out. So we gotta. That's good. Shout out to Ricky, who is tuning in. All right, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we want to know what's on deck for 2019. And again, I mentioned the symposium. But this is exciting.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Don't forget, bar crawl today, 5:30 at Harvest is the registration, y'all. Get that ugly sweater out. We'll be right back. welcome back to the Talk Sip. If you're just tuning in, I am so excited because I've got the folks over at from CTYP joining me, Connecticut Young Professionals. We have Isan and Natasha. It's so good to have you guys here because I think our listeners and our viewers are learning a lot about the organization, number one, and like I said, where you've started your mission. Just recently becoming tax exempt and looking for folks to donate or become partners with you guys. So this is incredible. So now 2019 is like right around the corner. It's almost seems so surreal.
It
right?
really is.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it's already Christmas.
It's
like, where did the year
Christmas.
go?
I know. Like I'm like I gotta start. Well, at least the tree is up. So I just sit back and I go, well, at least the tree is up. But what do you have? What's your mission? I know it's a consistent mission, but what's your vision for 2019? Natasha, we're going to start with you. What are you looking for? Because, like I said, you're doing a great job with marketing and getting these events going. Anything that you want to just kind of like give us, like, behind the scenes, something maybe that you guys, the organization is planning?
Yeah, so it's not just me. I have to give a shout out to our board members who, it's a team effort that we all do.
Absolutely.
To get these events up and going. But for 2019, Isan will talk to you about the symposium. But we're looking to do, more like happy hour events, professional development events. We're talking about some fun events, to get people outside because there's, when it's cold, it's like all you really want to do is just like stay inside and like not do anything. So it's like
no, but it's like
after
get
work,
out,
like get out,
yeah,
get active. We want to focus more on volunteering at different organizations. Maybe the soup kitchen, we're trying to do something like that, and we would like to work as like a board, do that as a board, as a team, and also open it up to our members. So so basically for our members to find ways to give back to the community.
And my mom actually hosts. It's called Hope's Corner, and it's through our church, and it's a donation center. And I go.
Amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, so we totally can connect.
Yeah, definitely.
About that. It's just so rewarding.
Yeah, and we want to do things like that. And it's nice for our members to do the same with us, not just focus on like happy hour events, but trying to branch off from and have a variety of diverse events.
Exactly. Like you said, business development, some things like that. Kristen Gerald said hi.
Oh,
she went,
hi,
Kristen.
She's in DC now. She's in DC.
Well, hello in DC. I'm glad you are tuning in. Yeah, you know what? Once people come to Connecticut, and especially the area, it's that they've got that connection, tie, and so people can travel away, but their heart and their passion is home. Yes, that's right. So 2019 symposium, you were telling us about, or we were mentioning shortly about during the break. You want to hear all about that?
The symposium is a large scale event. We usually do it at the end of the year. It's kind of like a much bigger event. I remember our first event symposium was 2015. We actually called it "How to Retain and Attract Young Professionals in the State of Connecticut." So we invited, Senator Blumenthal was the keynote speaker, Senator Congressman Jim Himes, the Lieutenant Governor. Nancy Wyman was also the keynote speaker. So it was really a large-scale event to really give the voice for young professionals to their state officials. And it was a really great platform because now they can get to interact with their local politicians, which I think it's really important to us to have our members really involved in our communities.
Absolutely.
And then
policy and choices and things that drive the state.
Yep. Last year, a couple of years ago, was about the emotional intelligence. Mark Brackett was the keynote speaker. He did an amazing job, navigating the energy at the workplace. So it was just, and we also have breakout sessions at the same time, and we do these breakout sessions around the theme of the symposium. So this year's symposium will be at Yale University in February 2nd, and actually I'm going to. We just literally picked name, the theme of this symposium.
Dun, 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 dun.
Drum roll.
I love this. We get all the stuff first here. The top step.
So the
Yes,
broader
exclusive.
Exclusive,
right?
Yeah,
So
exclusive.
so it's called. We're going to call it the navigating an intercultural landscape, leveraging cultural and emotional intelligence. So what we mean
Love
by that,
it.
So what we mean by that is using the cultural intelligence to advance your career, adjust and adapt to different cultures. So that's kind of like what we're envisioning, especially now in this diverse environment, which I think is great.
Absolutely.
We really need to capitalize on that, and the need really came
Very
from our members.
appropriate.
Absolutely,
Very appropriate.
absolutely.
And the need came about just because of things probably that you see in the organization and
Absolutely.
Through the
We'll
times.
always stay in touch with our members. We kind of like send these. What we usually do is we send a survey and we pick topics, and then based on the feedback, that's how we pick the
Right.
theme for our symposium.
oh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
So not only do you offer like great things for the members or for young professionals throughout the state of Connecticut, you're building them
Yeah, absolutely.
through
Empowering them. too.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Giving a voice.
Giving a
to
voice.
them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Look, Here's
I
a
know.
perfect
Look,
example.
Listen, one meeting at one meeting at Starbucks, and look, we've,
Absolutely.
got the shining star over here.
Absolutely. And doing this is really, it's like and I do have an 8-year-old soon to be 9, and I want to give a shout out to
Wow.
my family from here
Nice.
because they really put up with all of my meetings and
Yeah, oh,
events and
yeah.
all that. But
We know how you roll.
Oh, absolutely. So I wanna mention that it's very important. But I also 5 years later, what I really see is I see that the mission is it is more real than it was, and it's
Then.
more relevant as we actually are growing.
Yeah.
And I see a really bright future for the organizations because the directions that we're taking right now, and also given the changes in our status,
Right.
it's really going to allow us to host more events
Absolutely.
as well. And we'll also be like literally a voice of young professionals. So we're hoping to have a full-time staff person that will actually just
Be able to
to
concentrate on
absolutely
on
And
that.
that's
Oh, that's
really
amazing.
that's a short-term goal for a long-term plan.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it seems like your organization has literally had, the backing of like $10 billion of what you've done. And so sometimes it just takes the heart, the passion, the energy of what you've done to bring it to where you've brought it. So kudos. And like, that's just amazing.
And I want to
Amazing.
mention one thing too is also we've actually helped other organizations. So for the listeners that are out of state of Connecticut,
Right.
there actually some other state reached out to us, and we shared all of our platforms. We shared all of our ideas with them,
And
we
that's
helped them start
wonderful.
it. So we're
Yeah.
really open to anybody, including the local organizations that are in the state of Connecticut. So,
That's right. Because why keep it in? Just share it.
That's
And
how
have-
people. That's how you grow.
That's how you grow in life and in organizations and in business.
eliminate segmentation.
take-
Really, it's a small state. It's got a lot to offer.
Let's
So
work together.
Let's work
Yeah.
together.
Let's work
Absolutely.
together. And on that note, guys, thank you so much, Isan, Natasha. Thank you so much. Don't forget CTYP. Find them on all your social media platforms. Facebook. They've got a website. Instagram.
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah, all of that. Because this is an organization really to invest in and to become a part of. It's just great. So keep up the good work. And I'm so happy that you guys were able to come on and sit with me for an hour. Don't forget 2019 once a month. So because we want to really know and we want to watch you guys throughout next year and just
thank
see the big things that you're going to do. All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
so-
excited. Thank you so much for
You
having
are
us.
so
it was
welcome.
a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having
For
us.
us,
We also
yeah.
want to thank the person behind the scene who's keeping us on time.
Harry, that's right, because he knows he usually cuts me off. No, he doesn't. Harry's awesome. We love our
Thank you,
station
Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
manager.
Thank you so much.
Harry's the best. A quick shout out to my cousin Ryan. Happy birthday! This is his
Oh,
music.
happy birthday, Ryan.
Yes, he made this musical jingle for me when I first started the show. So happy birthday to my cousin. He's an amazing, great artist. But folks, that is my time here. Remember to stay positive and always keep your glass full. Until next time, you're listening to this Talk Sip, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.